So I'm welcome to City Hall. I want to welcome Governor Kulongoski back to Portland City Hall, and I want to welcome Martha and the team from Vestas back to City Hall as well. I am very pleased today to announce that Vestas has selected Portland as their permanent headquarters for North American operations. And this strengthens Portland and Oregon as the capital of sustainable energy for this nation. And it couldn't have come at a better time. It keeps 400 jobs here, the permanent jobs of Vestas, with the opportunity to grow, and Martha will talk a little bit more about that. We will have over, depending on how you calculate it, between 400 and 500 construction jobs as a result of the refurbishing of the old Meyer and Frank warehouse. At a time when unemployment in the construction industry, which makes up about 1/3 of the city's economy, when unemployment in the construction industry is as high as it has ever been since the Great Depression. So this comes as a result of a lot of work by a lot of people over a number of years. I was Mayor Vera Katz's chief of staff when we recruited this company from Southern California. I had very little gray hair at the time. That has changed. But over the years, I've really come to grow and appreciate this company, not only because it is the world's largest manufacturer of wind turbines and equipment, a manager of wind farms, a builder of wind farms as well, because this is a company that it internally and in all ways walks its talk in terms of being a sustainable company dedicated to equity in all the forms. It is a very Portland-like company, and we're really proud to be the new headquarters of Vestas. So we're going to hear from the governor. We're going to hear from Martha, CEO, and then maybe a few others, and then we'll be available to answer questions. So it is a Portland, Oregon, Portland Development Commission, Portland Business Alliance, and other teamwork that put this together. And it could not have happened without the leadership of Governor Kulongoski, who has, over the years, pursued this partnership with Vestas with great vigor. So it's my pleasure to introduce our governor.
I want to thank all of you for being here, because this, as the mayor said, is a very, very big day for the city of Portland, and is a very big day for the state of Oregon. I just want to take a moment to thank Vestas very, very much for the decision that's made. They came to Portland, as was said, in about 2002. We actually worked with the city of Portland at that time to have them come up here. I have actually traveled to Denmark at their corporate headquarters, and have actually sat down with them and talked about this issue. And I just wanted to say, for a couple of reasons, the issues that we were talking about at that time was actually getting a permanent headquarters and growing the company here, and having this footprint here that is not only an economic footprint, but it's a low carbon footprint. So we were very, very aggressive in working with the city and the PDC to see that this day would come about. The second thing that's very, very important, though, is that they asked me a question at that time when I was in Denmark at the headquarters, and they said, what can we do to reach out to more suppliers in Oregon, so that in fact that we're using Oregon companies to help us in what we do? And I know that that's going to be one of the projects, because I have talked to the company since I returned, and they have asked me, and we've asked them about how this program is going, and it will come to fruition with the remodeling of the facility, the old Meyer and Frank warehouse, which, as many of you know, someone told me outside that they have a photograph of the old warehouse, and I said, and they said, yes, there are these long lines around it. And I said, if you look closely, I'm in one of those lines, because like many Oregonians, we actually would go there for the sales and go wait out in line, and it used to weave around the building because there were so many people going through. But it was a great honor to have this company be a partner with Oregon and the city of Portland. Let me just tell you that this is much more than just a building. This is a statement about who we are as a state and as a city. It is a statement about Oregon's commitment to sustainability. It is a statement about Oregon's commitment to renewable energy and energy independence for this country. Vestas is the face for Oregon, as actually not only the company that came to Oregon as a headquarters, but also became the face for wind energy, and actually has made it a reality. And I don't think it's so much now that the issue of whether we're going to invest in wind energy here and the companies are going to invest in it is now the challenge for us, is how do we get the energy integrated into the grid and move forward, which is a much more difficult problem, I think, than actually getting the company here. Because I was just in Baker City talking about this with some people on a transmission facility. But it is an honor to have the company here in the city of Portland. Without the mayor and the PDC, this wouldn't have happened. And I think that in a tough economy, when this is a very, very difficult time, whether it's the state budget or it's the unemployment numbers, good news is always when you're going to create more jobs. And the good jobs for the people of this state. The city and the PDC have been working with us in partnership on this, but a number of other projects, and keeping our fingers crossed there may be an announcement, another announcement shortly of something else that comes to fruition. But it's just been a pleasure to have Vestas here and to work with them. So at this time, I'd like to introduce to you the president of Vestas Americas, the president, Martha Warsh.
Well, thank you, Governor and Mayor Adams, for all that you've done to make this a reality, because we are committed to Portland, Oregon. We're excited to be here. We have been here since 2002. When we came, we had 75 employees who moved here with our company from California. Today we have 400 employees working with us here in Portland, and around the state of Oregon we have an additional 100 or so employees who are very active in the communities here. I can tell you that we took a detailed look at where we ought to be located, what would be a prime headquarters for Vestas, and Portland really shone out as a place that supports what we do and what we believe in, because we do create sustainable, renewable energy, and we want to live that credo in the way that we work. And so our office building will be Platinum LEED standard. It will be a building where people will come in and I think be very energized and feel the sense of creativity and innovation that comes from working in a wonderful historic space that also has this kind of future vision for where we will take the business. So our commitment to our employees, our commitment to this community, our commitment to creating jobs here in Oregon and all around North America. In fact, over the past year, we have created an additional 1,000 jobs in North America as we have built manufacturing facilities in Colorado, as we've located our research and development activities in places like Texas and Wisconsin. So it's really quite an exciting day for us to be able to say that we are here working very closely with what I think is the world's best green development company in Girding Edlin. And Mark, I want to thank you and your team, because your vision and your patience with us has borne out, and we are really excited to be a part of this. So with that, I'll turn this over to Mark, and he'll have a few words to say. Thank you.
Thanks. So today is a great day for Portland, it's a great day for Oregon, it's a great day for all of us in the room, it's a great day for Vestas. I'd really like to thank the governor and your staff. I'd like to thank the mayor and his staff and the Portland Development Commission. You know, I think this is Oregon and Portland at its very best. We talk about a public-public-private partnership, or a public-public-private-private partnership, however. And also higher education, because I know that they were a big part in Vestas' decision to stay here, being able to provide them with people who are highly trained. with this kind of skills that Martha and her people need to be successful is a big piece of the puzzle as well. So I think we really brought the best of Oregon together. I'd really like to thank Martha and her team, Fleming Lofberg and John Coughlin. They're just consummate professionals. Over the years I've done a lot of deals. I've never worked with people as professional as your team, Martha, so it's just nothing but a delight, and we look forward to partnering going forward. Good news is we're able to start construction in 45 to 60 days, and I'm probably as excited as anything about this, about the jobs that are going to be created. You've heard about that. You know, the unemployment in the trades is just miserable at 30 to 50%, and we will put 400 people to work beginning in October, ranging from architects to engineers to laborers to carpenters to electricians, and with a commitment to jobs that pay a family wage with benefits as well. Also, we're real excited to look for the third E on sustainability, if you will, and that being the social equity piece, reaching out to minority-owned, women-owned, and emerging small businesses to bring them in as part of our construction team on this project, which we think is great. Martha mentioned the building will be a LEED Platinum building, doing some things that I think are fun. It'll be the largest solar array. It is a historic building, so we're not able to put some wind turbines up on the building. So a complementary renewable energy source, which we're grateful to be able to put on, and we're told it's the largest array in the central city. And also we'll be capturing rainwater, recycling it back in the building, as well as many other features. But I think the one that's most interesting is we're repurposing and recycling a historic building. And I also went to some of those sales. In fact, I'm buying my first living room set there. And you know, I think about Meyer Frank as one of the iconic Oregon companies of the 20th century. And today this will be repurposed with one of the iconic companies of the 21st century. So again, thank you very much, Martha, and thank you all for your help.
Well, I want to